Greetings to you wherever you might be watching me from. Um, I've been looking for network. I want to see if I can get network. Okay, I think it is connected now. Sorry for coming up late. Okay. Greetings to you wherever you might be watching me from. This is, let me check, here in Nigeria. Wherever you're an entrepreneur that loves talking about money. Uh, I believe financial education is very vital to everyone. It is what everyone should aspire to get. And it is very unfortunate that the school out there do not give out financial education. You will never see it out there that maybe in this first semester they are going to be teaching you how to make money, but rather there might be a course like financial management, cost accounting, and the rest of them, but you will never see a go out there and make money. They will not tell you consider and add to the curriculum of the school worldwide, every country. It is a topic that they should consider and add to the curriculum. Just as I said, I am an entrepreneur that loves talking about money. So today we are going to be talking about finance. We'll be looking at, let me start with how to manage your finance. I have put down so many videos on my channel. You can check it out. I've talked about how you can compound your money. I've talked about how you can multiply your salary. I have talked about highly profitable places where you can invest your money. I've also talked about the richest man in Babylon. I'm presently on the 6th episode. I put it in the various episodes from episode 1. Yesterday was the day I published the 6th episode, so you can check it out. To investment, the worst assets that can keep you poor, and so many of them. If such content resonates with you, you can visit my channel and check it out. Then also, if I also talk on that same content where I talk about 4 highly profitable places that you can invest your money, I talked about the exporting business. There are some people that might be interested in exporting food from Nigeria to other countries or from other countries to Nigeria. There's always a way they go about it. The packaging aspect of it, the documentation, the labeling, and the rest of them. So it is what you need to know. If you have interest in going into the export business, you can check any of my latest video, like the one I published yesterday, the 5 laws of gold. That is the episode 6 on richest man in Babylon. Check the description box there, and you're going to be getting the link of the lesson. That is the link of how you will know what you need to do, the information you need to start up that exporting business. So the link, you'll find the link there in my latest video in the description box there. Please, if you do not get my message clearly, you can also indicate it on the comment section. Then also, if you are desiring to have a soft loan with an affordable interest, for those of you that are into business, there's also a website I've dropped there. It is an international institutions that give out loans. So you can check it out if the country where you are, the institutions are in your country, then you can visit their office and make your necessary inquiries there. So the website is also in my description box of my latest video. So you can check it out there. So let's start first of all by looking at managing your finance. When we talk about managing your finance, you see many people out there complaining about the economy. Oh, the economy, the way things are now. Yes, it is true that the economy is not really smiling. The economy is not really friendly. But if you keep on complaining, is it going to change anything? The answer is no. It's not going to change anything. But what you need to do is to work on yourself. You need to work on your finance. What are those things that you need to do to measure up? Because when you keep on complaining, in fact, many people have been complaining out there before now. Do you see any changes in the economy despite their complaints? No. So even if you complain till tomorrow, the situation is still the way it is. In fact, the economy has never gotten better. I'm talking about Nigeria, where I stay here in Nigeria. The economy is rather getting worse and worse every day. But despite that, you still need to move forward. So if you are looking at just the economy without considering your own part, their own role to play, even in the midst of the economy, you still see some people out there breaking even. You still see some people out there making money. They're taking advantage of what people are really complaining, what people are suffering. They take advantage. What are those problems that people are facing? They take advantage of it and begin to solve those problems. If it is the problem of light, you can start, okay, if it is drinks, people find it difficult to cool their drinks, you can get a generator, start making ice blocks that you can meet those people's needs. If is it the okay, network is really flow. Okay, network is really flow. So you shouldn't rely on your don't rely on the economy, but rather think of what you need to do. What are those things that you can do and break even? What are those things that can really help you to boost your finances? And that is what I'll be sharing with you into this video. So the first thing I'm talking about, managing your finance. You also hear some people saying, my finance is not enough. It seems this salary, despite the increment, despite the pay rise, people are still complaining. See, let me tell you something. Even if you are being paid more, let's say times two of what you are earning presently, if you do not manage your finance, you are still going. The more important thing is to manage your finance. Now, let me start by, I have a rule that has help and I want to share it with you. The rule, I call it is in a ratio. We have 50, 35, and 15. That is the ratio of the rule. Now the 50% goes for your need. Most people find it difficult to differentiate their needs from their wants. And differentiate your needs from your wants, you will find it difficult to manage your finance effectively. Now, the 50% goes for your needs. And now let's look at our needs. Our needs are those things that we cannot do without. What are those things that you cannot do without? Let's say food. And when we are talking about food, we don't mean any food you see you want to eat. No, I mean food that you know you cannot do without. The solid food you eat at home, the main menu you eat at home. Not saying suya or shawarma. When I talk of suya, for those of you that are not Nigerians, I'm talking about barbecue, grilled meat like grilled chicken, grilled beef. Shawarma is a snack that is filled with vegetables, hot dogs, and the rest of them, and wrapped with a flour. So now, if you are talking about food, I'm talking about your main meal that you eat at home. Those are the needs I'm talking about. So food is one of them, because you need food. Your children need food, your family need food. So food is among the needs of the house. Then the second one is medicals. You make provision for medicals, because your children might fall sick, or even you might fall sick. Maybe where you work, there is no provision for care insurance. So you need to make provision for that from your income. Are you getting me? So we're talking about the needs. Utilities are there. Your light bill, your water bill, and the rest of them. That is for here in Nigeria. If you have your borehole, you don't need to pay for water. You only pay for your lights. If you have meter, you need to recharge then before you can get access to electricity. So we have other needs around us that you cannot do without it. Accommodation is one of them. So, and the accommodation, you will always look for an accommodation that you know you can afford, an accommodation that you know it is what your money can afford. Don't pick an accommodation under any pressure, because at times the spouse, the wife, will want to put a man under unnecessary pressure and say, dear, shey you have been, your salary has increased, why don't we change location, why don't we move to GRA? The question you should ask yourself, can you afford it? Can you sustain that accommodation? Because it's not just to pay the first rent. Like we in Nigeria, we pay rent every year. So it is not about you paying rent just for the first year. You should also be looking at the subsequent one. Can you afford it? Can you pay the subsequent rent? That is what you should consider when you are making such decision about the accommodation. So accommodation is also part of it. Make sure anything that you are making choice for is something that you can comfortably go for it. You can comfortably pay for it without any stress, without any nightmares, without undergoing any form of disturbance in your mind. So very important. So that is one thing that you should consider. So another thing again, that 50% goes for your needs. Those things that you know you cannot do without. Those are the things that you should put under that 50%. And please, it shouldn't exceed that 50%. Work with that 50%. Very important. Then now let's go to the 35%. This 35% goes for your emergency needs. If you recall, the COVID-19, the COVID-19 was something that came unexpectedly. It has never happened so far since I was born. That was my first experience. I don't know if it has occurred before. But so far from my own experience, that was the first time I have heard of COVID-19. And we can see the bad and the ugly that it came with. Many people lost their job in the process. There were some people that they couldn't pay their salary. Maybe they paid just for the first month that it started. The subsequent month they couldn't pay for it. So this is where your emergency funds come in. And that emergency fund, minimum of your 6 month expenses should go for your emergency funds. So now, let's take for instance, if your expenses is 100,000 naira a month, what it means is that you are going to save 600,000 as your emergency funds. So in case of any eventuality, unforeseen circumstances around you, that 6 months expenses that you have set aside, that 600,000 that you have set aside will go a long way to help you. So very important. So that is what you should do under that emergency fund. That emergency fund is very important. You should keep it and keep it. In fact, if possible, if you can put it in an account where you cannot have access to it till a particular period of time. It is very it is very it is very key and very important. Yes, emergency fund is what everyone should consider having if you do not have it. Now the last 15%, because you might say, you said I should go for what I need. Now what can't I just, what of my subscription of data, what of if I need maybe I need to go out with my family, or I need to get change my wardrobe, or I need to attend some maybe I'm into gym, I need to make some registrations, renew my subscriptions, maybe, and the rest of them I'm doing some trainings and the rest of them. Yes, it is fine. That is where the 15% comes in for a balance. Now that 15% there is for your wants. Now the wants now are those things that you can do without them. You can do without your subscription of data. Yes, especially if it is not tied to your work. If your nature of work is not, maybe the work you do has nothing to do with the subscription of data. But if it has to do with subscription of data, then I will say it is a need. But if it is just to chat with your friends, those things can wait first. Attend to the major needs that you have. Attend to those things that you know are very important. Attend to them first before you start talking about your wants. Very important. So now the want, what are those things that falls under the want? The thing there, one of them is, just as I said, the subscription, maybe your TV subscription, data subscription, and the rest of them, and any other subscription that you need to renew. Are you getting me? Then you need to change your wardrobe, fine, but you know that will not be every month. That can come maybe one in 6 months or one in a year, depending on how often you change your wardrobe. So please, if you are getting value from this video, please just give this video a thumb up, and do not forget to subscribe for more financial tips and insight. So let's continue. Now, still on the want, like entertainment, you might want to go out with your family, you might want to have some nice time with them, which is okay, it's fine. You can do that, and that comes under that 15%. And please don't exceed that 15%. Always work within your budget. Before the money comes, always make provision, always make your list. Make your list. This is what I'm going to get for this month, and let it be within the ratio for that particular budget. If it is need, you know it is 50%, work within that 50% that you have made a provision for. So don't exceed the 50%. So that is why it is necessary to make your list. If you do not make your list, before you know it, the moment the money comes, the next thing you'll be thinking of is, oh, let me go and do this. Before you know, your spouse will come and say, yeah, we don't have this at home, we don't have this at home. But what the least you have, those things were not in it. Are you getting me? So that is where you will now come together and sit down and say, oh, let's see what are those things that are more pressing now. Let's attend to them, and let's shift this. This one will be added to the next month list. Ensure as Make sure that you don't exceed your budget. Very important. Always put down your list. What are those things you are going to spend money on? What are those things that you need to buy? What are those things that the children will need, you will need? In fact, start preparing for the one for June. Start preparing for it now, so that you will have enough time, because there's some things that you will need you might have forgotten. Have your list, have a book that the moment you see that, oh, this thing has finished, oh, when you want to go and buy food stuff, I will add it, you put it down. Are you getting me? So this one is as simple as this, but it also need discipline. It need discipline. You need to be strict, you need to be disciplined in achieving this. It is what we call the financial discipline. If you are not disciplined, there's no way you can achieve this. There are people that are striving and enjoying their life despite the economy of Nigeria. I don't know about the economy of other countries, but I'm talking based on my own economy here. Things are expensive compared to how it was some months ago, some years ago. The economy was better, far better, especially in terms of inflation. Prices of goods are on a high side. So if you keep on complaining, today you complain, tomorrow you complain, you will just keep on complaining for nothing. Your complaint will not change anything. The only thing that will change, the only thing that will improve is for you to work on your finance, is for you to manage your finance. If you adopt this principle, this simple rule that I've just shared with you, it will go a long way to help your finance. If you have any question, you can drop it out on the comment section. Do not forget to give this video a thumb up if you have found value from this video. Just a quick recap of what I've said. I said if you are just joining me for the first time, I am an entrepreneur that loves talking about money. Yes, because I find the relevance, the essential, the importance of financial education to everyone out there. Yes, and I suggesting it to the government out there that they should add it to the curriculum of the school. Financial education should be added. Teach people how to make money. Money is a defense. There are some things that you want to do that without money you cannot achieve them. There are some things that you want to achieve, but if you do not have money you cannot achieve them. It will even make you feel as if you are a fool, but you are not. It's just that the money is just not there. But let me tell you something. Do you know that the little you have now, if you manage it, is the same way you will manage when 1 million comes? So people will tell you that, oh, if you just give me 1 million now, my life will turn around. Let me tell you, you don't need 1 million. What you need is financial knowledge. What you need is financial education. That is what you need to move. That is what you need to strive. That is what you need to break even financially. Financial breakthrough has nothing to do with luck. Don't say this person is lucky. No. You work it out. It is knowledge that is speaking. Yes. If you do not have knowledge, even if I give you 100 million today, that 100 million will grow wings and will disappear within a short while, because you don't have knowledge on how to manage the finance. Managing finance is a course on its own that needs to be studied in school. financial education is a course on its own that need to be studied within a period of time. So it is not something that you just say I have money and you start spending it. You must have a ratio to anything you spend. And knowing the difference between your need and your want is very important. It's not something that you will just say, I'm going to do this. If I have this money, I will do this, I will do that. No, you will do this, you will do that based on what you have planned for. Don't go out of your budget. Don't allow anybody to put you under any pressure, because that same people will be the one to laugh you tomorrow and say, see you, upon the number of years you have worked, what can you show for it? They never knew that they were the one that put you under pressure, that pushed you to start doing what you are not supposed to do. So please, your finance is very important. Managing your finance is very, 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 very relevant and is very important. So you must take it very serious. Please take it very serious. Managing your finance. 50% goes for your needs, those things that you cannot do without. And the 35% goes for your emergency. I told you, I gave the instance of COVID-19. I gave you instance of COVID-19. What happened in COVID-19? I gave you an instance of COVID-19. How people lost their job. Are you getting me? How many people do not cannot break even as a result of the crisis? It affected many people. There was no transaction, no movement. So how will Mr. A go and buy goods? Is it not when the person buy goods you get money? There's no movement. Everybody is stuck in. It's only few organizations like government organizations and some international institutions that pay their staff during that period. But many people could not afford. They could not afford to pay their staff. Are you getting me? It's as bad as that. And that is where the emergency funds come in. Sometimes the company where you work might want to downsize. They might want to reduce the number of their staff. So in that case, if you do not make provision for the emergency fund, then how do you take care of your family? How do you take care of your family before that time? How do you take care of your family before you get another job? So, very important. So, all these things are something that you should take very important. Your finance. If you manage your finance, it will grow. There's one thing about this finance we're talking about. If you nurture it well, it will grow and multiply. Yes, if you nurture your finance well, your finance will grow and it will multiply. But if you do not manage it well, it will go away from your hand. It's just like the parable of the talent. There was one that was given, I think, 1 talent, 2 and 5 talents. Yes. The one that was given one did not use his own talents. And I see that talent, their talent can come in form of finance. You did not use your talents. It will be taken away from you and given to those people the person that will use that talent and make profit with it. Yes. If you do not allow your money to multiply, you do not allow your finances to multiply, that is how your finance will slip away from your hands. So you must manage your finance very well. Let your finance be something that you should take seriously. It should be something that you should take very important. It is very key. Managing your finance is not something that you should just overlook and say it's one of those things. It's not one of those things. So It is the main thing. It is the thing itself. So you must take it very serious and very important. So I will also move. We have talked about the need, the emergency funds, and the wants. Please, your needs should bother you more than the wants. Those wants, you can do without them. So just look at those things that you can do without, then keep them one side and concentrate on those things that you cannot do without. So those are the things that you should consider when you're managing your finances. This simple rule you are seeing, it might be so simple, but it goes a long way to help you manage your finance. It goes a long way to help you grow your finance to the next level. It has nothing to do with the amount you have now. What you have now is irrelevant. Whether you have 1 million, you have 100,000. It is how you manage that 100,000 that will make 200, that will make it to become 200, that will make it to increase to 300. Yes, very important. And please, out of that emergency fund is a money that you have also set aside for investments. Is a money that you have also set aside for your investments. Yes, out of that emergency funds. Emergency funds is part of it, and the money you will pay yourself, because you need to pay yourself. That even come first. Set a money aside that you pay yourself every month from your salary, depending on how your income comes. Does it come weekly? Is it monthly? Is it yearly? I don't know. Depending on how it comes, we determine how you will set the money aside. So paying yourself also is very important, because you need to invest, you need to multiply what you have. If you are only relying on your salary, I would advise you to check out my content I made of recent, how to multiply your salary. If you are only relying on your salary, you cannot go anywhere. You need to multiply your salary, you need to break even, you need to move. So you need to multiply your salary. So that money, out of that 35%, part of it goes for your investment. That is where it comes paying yourself. Paying yourself does not mean paying yourself to go and squander, paying yourself to go and eat, enjoying yourself. No. Paying yourself to invest that money. Paying yourself to put it to work. Let that money multiply. Let the fruit of that money multiply. Let it keep on multiplying. If you put your money to work, it will serve many generations. In fact, you'll be relaxing. The only thing you'll be receiving a lot from this business, from that business, because you have put your money to work. That is where it comes in. That is where putting your money to work comes in. And you must decide where you want to be playing from. I'll recommend the cash flow quadrant to you. Is a popular book written by Robert Kiyosaki. It's one of my mentor. I learned a lot from him about finance. So I will recommend that book for you. If you have interest in it, you can check that book out. That book, it is loaded. It depends on where you want to play from. Employee, self-employed, business owners, investors. That is the left quadrant and the right quadrant. The left quadrant, that is the employee and self-employed. Some people are self-employed. When you ask them, they will say they are business owners. You are not business owner as long as you need to go to the shop before your business can kickstart or before your business can run. Then you are not a business owner. You are a self-employed. Yes. A business owner is someone that does not need to be there. You don't need to be in that business before the business runs. You have people working for you. You have a business system working independently of you. That is what is business. That is what a business owner is. Are you getting me? So where you are playing from also is important. If you are in the left quadrant, you will need to strive and struggle to move to the right quadrant. The right quadrant is where the wealth is. The right quadrant is where financial freedom is. The right quadrant is where financial independence lies. So if you are still in the left quadrant, fine, but don't rely on the left quadrant. Build up your money, build up your wealth, and move to the right quadrant where your money will work for you. In the left quadrant, you work for money, but the right quadrant, your money work for you. Are you getting me? And there are also other investments that you can venture into. You will also find them in my description box, like the term deposit and the rest of them. There are some packages, different financial packages, different financial apps that you can explore and make your cool money. You don't need to go to work. You sit down and you are making money. And please, before you venture into any investment, seek advice from a well-experienced person. Don't just go and start business that you don't have knowledge about. Because you hear they are making 100% returns, then you go and put your money. You heard what happened to CBEX. You heard how many people are being frustrated. In fact, some people want to commit suicide if they have not even committed it. Some people need to collect loan to invest into such venture that they do not have knowledge about. You don't do business that way. You don't make investment in that way. When it comes to investment, there are three questions that you will ask yourself. Number one, do I understand this investment? Is my principal protected? Have I seek the advice of an experienced person in this matter? In the matter that has to do with investment. It's not anybody you see that you ask for advice when it comes to investment. Meet experts, meet financial advisors. They will advise you. Even if it requires you paying some consultancy fee, go ahead and pay the consultancy fee. Pay the consultancy fee. It's okay. If it will help you, save you stress in the future, go ahead and pay it. It's necessary. So that is it. But please don't go out there and start making investment without the reasonable knowledge that you need before you make that investment. If you follow these simple questions I've just given you, I call them three guiding questions to investment. All this my talk might be so simple and might be so easy, but if you follow them, if you adopt them, my friend, it will go a long way. It will help you. It will help you seriously. It's not something that uh, you will just overlook. Give it a try. It has worked for me. Ask yourself, is my principal protected? See, one thing you should take note of in investment, if you invest any money, even if you did not get your profit, but importantly, you are able to get your principal back, it's okay. If you can get your principal back out of that business, it's fine. But where your principal, your profit, everything sink to the ground is not worthwhile. Are you getting me? So you must make an investment that you know your principal is protected. Even if you did not get the profit you are anticipating, but your principal is there, fine, it's okay. So you must seek advice. You don't just dabble into something, just enter into it anyhow without seeking advice. That is the worst thing that will happen to a man. I hope you're getting what I'm saying. I believe you have gotten some lessons from what I've just said. On this channel, I give out free financial tips, free financial insights. I think my last live stream, I talk about worst assets, worst assets that can keep you poor. Yes. Some people feel when you hear assets, I have assets, I have the have car, I have house, they have assets. Let me tell you, it's not all assets that bring you money. Some assets brings poverty. The day you bought that asset is the day you paid for poverty to come into your abode. And what are those assets? You can check it out on my channel at moneystream25. That is my channel handle. If you go to the channel search bar, that is the YouTube search bar, you type arts, the way they write arts, at money stream, small letters, money stream together 25, you will get access to my channel. Check it out. You will see it under my life folder. You will see 4 worst assets that keeps you poor. Yes, those asset people will see. The moment you say you have a house, someone will say, you are a wealthy person now. You are a wealthy person. They never knew that you are not really the wealthy person they think. In fact, you were even better off before you bought those assets. So it is not any asset you see that you will want to just go into it. You will just want to buy because you see other people buying it. You say, I want to use car. This person is using car. How it is this thing? Me too, my husband bought car. Are you there to do competition? Don't compete with anybody. Be contented with what you have. If the time for you to have a car, I'm over your personal car. I hope you know it's not an asset. And in that video also, I also explain what an asset is. An asset is anything that brings in money to your pocket. Any asset you have today, if it doesn't, your personal house, it's not your asset. But that does not mean that you should not have your personal house. You can have your personal house, but know it and know it well. That your personal house is not your asset. Your personal house is not your asset. Yes, I said it. Your personal house is not your asset because it doesn't bring in money to your pocket. It doesn't bring money to your account. Rather, it takes money out of your pocket. You will need to renovate that house. You will need to paint when it gets old. You will need to make some fixing, maybe when the bulb is bad, when the windows are bad, when the roof is worn out. You need to replace it and the rest of them. It takes money out of your pockets because you are not, it's not bringing in money. Yes. But it has solved the problem of paying rent. Yes, but it is as on this context, it is not an asset because anything that does not bring in cash flow, is not considered or is not regarded as an asset. I hope you're getting me. That is it. So, what are those things? One, I said your personal house. Another one is the vehicle. You bought a vehicle that you need to spend and spend before you put it in shape. Your personal car is not, it's not an asset. It doesn't bring in money. You need to buy fuel. You need to fix it, service it. You need to repair when it's bad, right? So all these things, you are the one that is even using money to put it, to fix it, to put it in order, to put it in place. So it is not an asset. Anything that brings in money to your pocket is an asset. You will see someone doesn't have money but he has big house. Big house, big bills. Yes. The bigger your house, the bigger the maintenance. You put POP, be ready for maintenance. That's why you need cash flow. I'm not saying, please don't misunderstand me. I'm not saying that you shouldn't have your own personal house. Please get it. If you can afford it, start it. But have a cash flow. If possible, let it be from your streams of income. That's where you get the money to build that house. Very important. Don't use your hard-earned money. That is one of the wisdom I use. If I want to achieve this, I'll say, okay, from this business, the income I'll get from here, I'll use it to take care of this bill. I don't use my hard-earned money to I don't spend my hard-earned money. I only use my hard-earned money to invest. Then that money I've invested, the returns from there, I'll say, okay, I want to enjoy myself today. I want to eat catfish pepper soup with my family. I want to take them out. I want to enjoy myself. I want to change my wardrobe. I'll use those money I get from my streams of income. So that is it. Very important. We have looked at managing your finance. We have looked at investments, the questions you should ask yourself before you invest. If you ask yourself these questions, it will serve you. It will save you a lot of stress. You don't need to go through this stress. Yes, you don't need to go through this stress. If you are able to put things in place, it will go a long way to help you. Yes, it will go a long way to help you. Don't look at what people are doing out there. You are not other people. You are unique in your own way. Don't allow anybody to put you under any unnecessary pressure. Make do with what you have. The first thing you should do is to pay yourself. That is the laws of wealth. That is what makes the rich richer. Yes. Pay yourself. Please, if you have any question, let me know on the comment section. Please. And if you have find value from this video, give it a thumb up and subscribe to my channel for more financial insights and tips. The law of wealth. There's a law to wealth. You want to make money, there's a law to it. It is not luck, it is law. There's a law that guides it. You see the rich getting richer. Go and find out their secrets. Why are they getting richer and others are not getting richer? Or they are not getting rich, rather. You find out that there's a law that they follow. One of the law is they pay yourself. If I'm not able to round it up because this live stream is for an hour and I have 10 minutes to go. So if I'm not able to finish it, then my next live stream will talk about it in detail. But just at the surface, the law of wealth. You want to make money? If that is your desire, remember I said money is a defense. And when I say make money, I don't mean illegal way of making money, legitimate way of making money. Money is a defense. Do you know there's a confidence you have when you have money? There's a confidence that you have. You know, when they talk about maybe 2 million, 10 million, feel that is not a problem. I can afford that. My son one day was telling me, was asking me, how much did I buy this? And I told him, he said, I can afford it. I said, have you started working? He said, no, I have savings with you now. So I can afford that money. Yes, and it's true, he can afford because he have that amount of money with me. So there's a confidence that you have because you have a certain amount of money. So when people are talking about investment or about acquiring something within that range, or there's a property of 100 million and you have over a billion, what is 100 million? It's just 10%. So you know you can afford that. That is not a problem. Are you getting me? So money is a defense. That law of wealth that law that makes the rich get richer, I will not say it in this live stream. It's going to be my next live stream because I will not want to be fast. I will not want to rush it. I want to say, speak in details about it. So, if you have not learned anything today, manage your finance. Use this simple rule, the 50-35-15 ratio. The 50 goes for your needs, those things that you cannot do without, your accommodation, your utilities, your medicals, your food, and the rest of them. You cannot do without them. You make budget of 50. That's why it's taking the maximum ratio, 50. Then your 35 goes for your emergency funds, the money you use for your investments, where I said you pay yourself. I say paying yourself does not mean you paying yourself to go and enjoy. You are paying yourself to go and invest. I hope you're getting me. The money they pay you as salary, that is not your money. I hope you know. It is that the money you use to invest, that is your own money. Yes, I hope someone is getting something here. The salary you are being paid every month or every week is not your money. It's not your money. It is the money you invest and it yields returns. You get dividends, you get profit from it. That is your own money. Are you getting me? So that is why you need to pay yourself. If you do not pay yourself, you will end up working without having anything to show for it. Yes. And that is where putting down lists comes in. Let your list for next month, start preparing it now. Your wife takes care of the bills at home, the food and utilities. And know the list, know the amount. You already know there's amount that is fixed. Maybe the utility, the electricity bill, it is fixed. You pay 100,000 every month or you pay 70,000 every month, depending on how much you pay. Hmm? That one is fixed. So you already know you apportion the amount. Are you getting me? When there's any need, at times there might be a need that will come up. You didn't make provision for it and it just came up so fast and you need to attend to it. Then look at your list again. That is where it comes. You are free to review that list. Review the list again and check what are those things that uh, are more pressing. Attend to those ones and keep those ones that are not pressing, keep them aside. Are you getting me? So those are the things that you should consider. If you have not gotten anything from this live stream, take that home. Managing your finance. There is no amount of complaint. No amount of complaint that will change anything. If you like, you complain from now till next year. Will it change anything? No. There are many people who have complained before you. They have complained and they are still complaining. Is it going to change anything? No. The only thing that will change is you changing your lifestyle. How you spend your money, very important. Spend it wisely, you will get the returns. You do not spend it wisely, you also get the returns. It is what you sow, you are going to reap. So if you nurture your seed, I gave an illustration talking about a wealth. I say wealth is like a seed that you plant, you nurture it. Yes, you nurture it. You don't just plant, you don't just invest and go. In fact, the nurturing has to do with the knowledge you have. The exposition you have about finance, very important. It's not just about going to invest because others are investing. You invest because you have knowledge about that investment. You invest because you know your principal is protected. You invest there because you understand that investment. You have seek the counsel of the wise. There's no path you want to pass through that some people have not passed through that path. Seek their counsel. That is why they are there to help you. You want to venture into there are people that venture into such business. Ask them, what are the shortcomings in that business? What are those things that you should expect? What are those things that you should avoid so that you can tread cautiously? I hope you are getting me. It is very key, very important. You want to manage your finance? Avoid pressure. Avoid imitation. Want to copy this one? My friend bought AC. Me too, I want to buy AC. My friend changed his car. I want to change my car. You don't know the business. It might even be his parents that bought it as a birthday gift. Maybe it's from a wealthy home. Hmm? You don't know. You will not be comparing yourself. There's a movie I watch. It's two families. They are family friends. The other wife in family A was envying family B. She said, oh, the other one will always tell her, oh, we changed our car. We bought this. My husband changed my wardrobe. She was only telling her to make her feel is her husband doing this without the family A knowing that family B's brought the wife in family B, the brother to the wife was the one sending those things from abroad to his sister. But she was out there getting angry whenever she hear the other person saying, my husband changed car, my husband is preparing uh, uh, to change my car, he has changed his own car, he's preparing to change my car or to buy me a new car. She will go and start telling her own husband, see you cannot even do this, you cannot do this. That's why I said, don't allow anyone to put you under any pressure. If you have found value from this video, my time is up. I have just 1 hour on this live stream. If you have found value from this video, give it a thumb up and do not forget to subscribe for more financial tips and insights. Thank you and have a lovely weekend while it lasts. Bye.